Good morning, everyone. It's lovely to see you here on this gorgeous day. I'm going to ask you now to please silence your phones so that you can be fully present during this service. And allow the music that's going to play now to help you get centered. So much happens during the morning, so now we're going to get centered to be present in the here and the now. So just settle in, take a deep breath, and let the music take you there. Good morning and welcome to all of you that are here. Your beautiful, shining faces are reflecting the love and the light of God that you are. And good morning to those of you that are watching us online. We are delighted that you have joined us, and we are all in spirit one wherever we are. So welcome. If you're visiting for the very first time, I want to let you know that you have come at a divine appointed time that this is a beautiful, loving community, and that it's not by chance that you're here. So we have a lovely service for you today. As we always do, we bathe our services in prayer. And we know that whenever you have come in through this door, I know that it will be uplifting and transformative for you. So let's begin by lighting the Christ candle and you saying with me our affirmation of oneness. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in our lives. God, the good, omnipotent. And would you say with me our vision and mission statement? Centered in God, we raise a world of love, peace, and abundance for all. And our mission statement, to inspire positive change in our spiritual lives and in the world. And so now, Janice, would you take us on wonderful morning congregational songs?
Sure. Thank you, Reverend Luz. Hello, everybody. And if you'll say a little prayer for Hampton, he has a bad cold today. So let's keep that in our mind and spirit. Would you please stand and join with me in singing our first congregation song, Blessing to the World. Job. Yes. What a blessing you all are to Unity. I'm glad you're here. In beauty may I walk. Here we go. In beauty may I walk all day long. May I walk through the seasons. May I walk. May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace on this path. May I walk through my life in my walk in old age. May I walk. May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. May I walk. 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 May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace, in joy. May I walk in love. May I walk in gratitude. May I walk. May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace, in stillness. Beautiful job. Thank you. Please have a seat.
Good morning. I have a wonderful word today. The word is cherish. I like that word. It isn't the price of something that determines its value. It is how much it is cherished. It's not how something looks or what it costs that makes it beautiful. It is the love and the wonder I feel that helps me cherish it. Just like the gifts I give, I imbue my relationships with love. I cherish those for whom I care deeply, and I want them to feel cherished by me. I hold the intention for love and connection that is at the heart of my every exchange. Just as I feel cherished as a divine being, I indirectly share the love of God through my kind and considerate acts. At the heart of every kindness I extend is the prayer that those I serve will feel cherished, not only by me, but by God. And from Thessalonians, so deeply do we care for you that we are determined to share with you and only the gospel of God, but also our own selves, because you have become very dear to us.
Thank you, Pat. I love the word cherish. For my first offering for special music, as you know, the talk today is about longing, and it's really difficult to find a piece of music out there about longing that's not romantically associated. But I found one. It's by George Winston, and it's called simply Longing. I hope you enjoy it.
That was beautiful. Thank you. Right now, in the time of the service where we are going to offer healing prayer, our prayer chaplains are always available to pray with you. Right after the service, they will be in the prayer chapel right to the right of me, and they'll be there for about 20 minutes waiting for you to come, and they can hold prayer space for you one-on-one. And anything that you ask for in prayer will be held in absolute confidence. In the back of the room, we have someone holding the high watch, which means that they're in a state of meditation, holding and seeing the truth of what we know, that where we are, God is, and the light and love of God is right here in this place. So I'm going to turn this over to you to do our healing prayer.
Just take a moment and move away from the chatter of the everyday life of this 3D world and move into that sacred space of the Most High, of that divine. And as we breathe into that feeling, allow that love, that divine love to really flow from, allow that divine love to flow from your heart outward. If you're not feeling that love, I surround you and I affirm that your truth and your divinity and the light that's shining within you. I want to take a moment and affirm the strength of our congregation. I see us coming together collectively, helping each other, loving each other, healing each other. We're all divine, and I see us individually as well as collectively standing in our power. There's so much beauty and love that flows throughout this congregation. There's so much truth. There's so much understanding. There's so much compassion. I encourage you to take that feeling of love with you when you leave here today and take it back to the community, because I just want to surround our community with light now and with love. And we're such powerful beings that when we come together, we can really make a change. I pray for those who've placed their names in this prayer box. May they be lifted up and divinely protected. If they're feeling fear, may they step away from that and feel trust and truth. And may they feel the healing power of that Christ consciousness that's within us all. And so it is.
Thank you, David. Let's sing together in preparation for our meditation. I am that I am. I am that I am, has sent me to this now moment. Here I am that I am, has sent me to this now moment. Here I am, to be the voice and to be the heart through which heaven is made known on earth. To be the voice and to be the heart through which heaven is made known on earth. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am.
I am that divine presence, the eternal love of God, the light of the world. I am that. I invite you now to get very comfortable where you are. Perhaps place both feet on the floor to feel the grounding energy of earth. Maybe lay your hands on your lap. First palms up or palms down, it won't matter. Gently close your eyes if that feels okay with you, or leave them open. And now I invite you to take a nice, deep, cleansing breath. Breathing in peace. Breathing out love. And continue to breathe in and out at your own very unique rhythm. Nothing to do but allow the breath to bring peace into your being. And visualize your breath, breathing out love from that eternal presence within you that is only love. Let the breath be like a cascading waterfall of grace falling upon you. Peace to your mind and grace to your mind. Let that grace release any tension that you may feel in any part of your body. Let it lovingly move to those spaces and offer its healing grace. And letting you realize that you can let go. You can let go of any tension, any worries, any concerns. You are and have always been held in the love of God. Just breathe. How good it feels to be present to this moment, where all the power is, present to the awareness of your oneness with the divine, present to knowing that all is well. Peace is abiding in you. Now draw your attention to your heart center. Pay attention to the beat of your heart. Notice and be grateful for how this magnificent body is always working for you. How you don't even need to think about breathing or your heartbeat or your blood rushing in and out to every organ of your body. So much happens without us having to do anything. In that heart space, give thanks. Give thanks for the way your body supports you. It is, after all, the temple of the Holy Spirit. It carries the greatest power of the universe. It's right there within you. Now, in this beautiful stillness, this awareness of our oneness with God, ask your heart, what do you long for? What is your heart's longing? And let's sit in the silence for a little bit to listen to what it says. What is your heart's longing? whatever your longing is, Spirit is here to manifest that for you. Open your heart to gratitude and knowing that always your highest and greatest good is unfolding. And you can trust the universe. Your longing is a call to something greater. So whether you received an answer now or not, it doesn't matter. Spirit has heard the longing of your heart. And we are able to leave it there. So now I invite you to gently bring your awareness back into this place, knowing that you've been heard, knowing that things are working all together for your good. And in divine order, what is the longing of your heart would unfold. Take a deep breath. And as you do, be in this present moment. Be here in this room. Be now present. And when you are ready, gently open your eyes. And so it is. Namaste.
Thank you, God, for this time in silence. Thank you, God, as we turn and pray. Thank you, God, as you lift our spirit.
Thank you, God, for this glorious day. Oh, it is such a beautiful day, isn't it? It was a little cloudy this morning, but it's a glorious day right now. So my talk today is about the gift of longing. And you must be wondering, what possible gift can longing bring? I mean, after all, it feels sometimes like a deep ache in our heart, a restless yearning for something beyond our reach, something that we cannot yet grasp. Doesn't it feel like that? So how could it have a gift? That's a yucky feeling. Sometimes I feel it more of a burden. It walks hand in hand sometimes with sadness and with regret and with this unshakable sense that something is missing. We're longing for this missing something. So when longing emerges, we tend to want to shut it down. We want to repress it. We want to not really engage with it. We do anything to avoid that kind of emotion. We may feel it for a little while, and then we distract ourselves because it feels yucky, like I said earlier. And you know, those longings are most active in times of transition, times when there's change in our lives. And when I look at this world, I so much notice so much change, and I realize that there's so much longing for freedom, longing for peace, longing of all kinds of things. Many folks for a long time longed for a life that was simpler, a life that would move at a slower pace. How many of you long for that? Hello, I definitely do. So we have all experienced longing of one form or another. We've longed for love, or we've longed for people that have been in our lives and no longer are. We've longed for our past. We've longed for deep spiritual connection with God. We've longed for chocolate and ice cream. So longing comes in many different forms. And we tend to believe that longing is like a sign that something is missing in my life. or something needs to be resolved, or something needs to be corrected. And we see this longing as a deficiency in our lives. But what if I told you that it is not a deficiency? What if I told you that it's actually a very sacred invitation that points us to something greater, something that is beneath that thing that you think you're longing for, something deeper? So this longing, like many of our emotions, it comes with a message. It comes as a messenger. It carries the whisper of what our soul is longing for, our soul is seeking. And if we embrace this longing, if we can endure with it, then engage with it, maybe even ask it meaningful questions, which is what we're going to talk about today, then we will discover the gift that comes with the longing. See, asking meaningful questions is like tuning into the frequency of our longing so that we may decode what it's trying to tell us. But it gives more clarity, more understanding. So, as many of you know, Joe and I are moving to a new house in Roanoke. And our days have been filled with balancing responsibilities and packing our lives into boxes and planning for a smooth transition and wondering and hoping that our new home will feel like home right away. And sometimes the whole thing seems so daunting and overwhelming. And I find myself longing for life to slow down a little bit, and I could catch my breath, and I long for stability. Oh God, I just want to be stable. I don't want to move anywhere else, I want tranquility, and I long for order. Some things that we all kind of long for when we go into transition, right? We long for stability and tranquility and order. Where is order? Right now, my house doesn't feel like it's in order. But Reverend Linda Martellowitz, in her book, This Is Your Life, teaches that longing is not something that you want to quench, but something that you want to embrace. So I've been embracing this longing. She teaches that this embrace is like a teacher. This longing is a teacher guiding us to empowerment and spiritual expansion and inner knowing. And I want that, don't you? I want that. So I am embracing my longing because seeing it from this perspective changes the way I will experience this longing, right? There's a whole new way of seeing longing as a gift in our lives. Throughout history, mystics and poets and spiritual leaders have spoken about longing, not as a suffering, not as something that you have to endure, but as a pathway to awakening. Rumi, the 13th century Sufi poet, often described longing as the soul's yearning for oneness with the divine. He wrote of love and he wrote of separation. He wrote of these things as catalysts for spiritual awakening, portraying longing as the fire that refines the seeker. Imagine that. Longing is the fire that refines us. He said that when the soul is starved for nourishment, it lets us know by longing. Isn't that interesting? When the soul is starving for spiritual nourishment, it lets us know by longing. This quote so beautifully expresses how longing isn't something that we're lacking or a deficiency in us at all, but a sacred hunger is a sacred hunger. A call towards something deeper, a deeper spiritual fulfillment and connection with the divine. St. John of the cross, a Spanish mystic, he spoke of the dark night of the soul. How many of you heard of the dark night of the soul? Yeah, he spoke of that. A time in our lives where we feel like God is not present. We can feel it, and we long for God, to feel that unity with God. That longing is trying to tell us something, that dark night of the soul. And he saw that dark night as a soul, not as a suffering that we have to endure, but a necessary passage, again, towards the oneness of us with the divine. One of his quotes, I love this quote. I had to dig it up. I do remember where I put it, but I found it. It says, "In the dark night of the soul, bright flows the river of God." There's always light. We just can't see it sometimes. It's always flowing. It's always present. So this quote encapsulates the idea that longing and spiritual struggles are not merely obstacles. They're not just obstacles. They're actually pathways to discovering that in the time of our darkness, that dark night of the soul, we may not be able to feel God's presence, but God's presence is always there. The light of God remains no matter what we're going through in life. It is strong and steady, guiding us always forward, always there to embrace us with its love. And here's another one from the psalmist on Psalm 42. He wrote, as the deer pants for the water, so my soul pants after God. Boy, isn't that imagery beautiful? That longing is so strong. That desire to walk and know that where you are walking is such sacred ground. That you are this amazing presence of the divine here on earth. So the psalmist compares the soul's longing for God to a very thirsty, desperately needing deer. Something that's seeking, like we do, right? We seek that we may quench the thirst of our soul. So this is not a passive desire, but a very intense, urgent need, a need for us to experience the truth that we know. Just as water is essential for our life, the psalmist recognizes that connection with God is essential for our soul, for our very spiritual survival. So he longed for God, as many of you do. We can say that beneath our longings, there is a gift. It's the soul's desire to return to wholeness. We spoke about that last week, remember? Our soul's desire to go back home to the love that we are. So it's an inner stirring that draws us back to that awareness of God in us, always alive in us. Rivers of peace flow through us. Light shines from us. Love fills us and the world. And even Jesus, our way shower, he longed. He had this deep longing for humanity. He had walked among his people, and they were not getting the message. And he stood just before entering Jerusalem. He stood over the hill and he looked and he said, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, you who kill the prophets and stone those sent to you, how often I have longed to gather you as children together, as a hen gathers her chicks under her wings. But you are not willing. You're not willing. Sometimes God's longing, this love that we are, longs to bring this unity, longs to bring us together. But we do not accept it, right? This is why we have what we have in the world today. So this passage reflects Jesus' longing for humanity to awaken. To awaken. Don't all of us have that kind of longing? I mean, waking up. Wake up. What we're doing is not getting us anywhere. Longing for humanity to wake up, longing to embrace God's boundless love that has always been available to us. And then we can play in the sandbox together nicely, right? So if longing, let me think about this. So if longing is a guide towards wholeness, towards an awareness of the divine presence that is within us, an awareness of our oneness with the infinite one that holds the entire universe together, how are we then to engage with it? Because this is the call. How do we embrace it and engage with it? Find out what its gift is. What is it bringing? What's the message? So Reverend Linda, she suggests that we engage with it in the following manner. She says, number one, shift your perspective. Recognize that longing is not an emptiness, but an emergence. Something wants to emerge in you. You're not empty. Something wants to come forth. An emergence comes forth. So see when it comes, see it as the soul's desire to return to that oneness, to let it guide you, let it lead you, let it show you the deeper truths that are yours to be, that need to be revealed to you. And then she suggests that we ask meaningful questions. Not questions like, why is this happening to me? Which is what we do a lot, right? No, she says, ask meaningful questions. Maybe ask, what is my longing inviting me to? What is it inviting me to? What does it want to show me? And then allow yourself to open your heart and listen. And listen. So let's say that you're longing for, I don't know, deeper connections with other people. So instead of dwelling on what is missing on your life, I said, I can't have lasting relationships. I don't grow. I don't know. I feel disconnected from everyone. Rather than going there, because that causes you to function from a victimhood consciousness that never serves you, because you are so powerful. You don't need to be a victim. Don't go there. So instead of dwelling on what's missing in your life, maybe ask Spirit, what are you trying to show me? And maybe Spirit will say to you, well, be more intentional in how you show up. Maybe listen more. Maybe listen more. Maybe be more kind, more understanding, more inclusive, more willing to give of yourself. I bet you that you'll have better connections. I bet you that your connections will begin to deepen. Let your longing let your longing be the pathway to a much richer relationships with the people in your lives. You see, longing is not about what we lack. It's about awakening to what's possible. It's about awakening to what's possible out there. And meaningful questions can lead you there. If you're longing for, say, vitality of your youth, lately I have been longing for that, a little bit more strength. What is this longing teaching? Ask, what is this longing trying to teach me? What is it? So maybe the question can be, how can I nurture my body and my spirit in ways that will give me energy? Energize me. Or what joys and freedoms exist right now in this present state of my life, this stage of my life? What joys and freedom? That one is back there. I can't go back there. But there's something happening right here. There's so much grace being offered right here. Let me discover that. Or have Spirit help me to discover that? Or what aspects of my younger self, like curiosity and playfulness and courage and what aspects of that can I still embody, even though I'm much more mature now? Because we can do that. Rather than wallow in I lost my youth, I can't do much. No, there's a lot we can do. Your longing is going to be an invitation for you to embrace the present where you are with wisdom and with grace so we can age gracefully. If you're longing for a career, a change of career, you want a new job, something that's more fulfilling because you don't like what you've been doing, and you want something more fulfilling. So instead of immediately jumping into the first thing that shows up, maybe ask the Spirit, ask Spirit within you, what kind of work would truly bring me joy? Ask, you shall receive. What will bring me joy? What impact do I want to make with my life? So that longing with the proper questioning will reveal to you what is yours at the moment, what is yours to grasp and learn. When we ask meaningful questions, what happens? Clarity unfolds, right? We get answers. We can see things a lot more clearly. So during this time of transition for me, I have asked questions. I have asked, what is this moment in my life right now wanting to reveal to me? And I sat with that for a couple of days. I kept thinking, because I long all these things, but what does it want to show me? And one night I read this little line from a book, and it said, be like a sturdy oak tree. I said, oh my God, there's my answer. Be like a sturdy oak tree. Become deeply rooted. I felt that's what it was saying. And become deeply rooted in the sacred ground of peace, because peace already is here. I don't have to long for it. It's already here. So that was pretty cool. I said, wow, divine love always holds me. And life is unfolding in divine order. So even in the midst of what looks like chaos, there is order. There is order. It's unfolding for me. I need to go through this step in order to get to that step. So things are unfolding in divine order. So can you see how questioning will help you to get more clarity, more connection? Can you see that the questions that you use can really shape the experience of your longing? You see that? The quality of your question, what you ask, will determine whether you're receptive to receive from Spirit or if you want to stay in victimhood, one or the other. So when we ask, why is this happening to me, we kind of not really opening ourselves to Spirit to reveal that to you. So I invite you for a moment, let's experience this together. Let's experiencing what is really surfacing. So I'm going to invite you for a moment to gently close your eyes, right where you are. This will be very brief, just to have an experience. Reflect on a personal longing that you have, maybe something that you brought to your meditation earlier today. And maybe very quietly ask, what is this longing trying to teach me? What's the message? Just sit with that for a moment in the silence. What is this longing teaching me? Take a breath and come back. Can you feel how that opens your space in your heart to receive what Spirit wants to reveal to you? Some of you may have gotten the answer right away. Some of you have not. But you will if you keep yourself open to see and hear what is it that is what's the gift in this longing? What's it wanting to teach me? What does it want me to know? For me, it became that, again, that reminder, because we fall asleep so much, don't we? We spiritually, we walking and we're doing great, and then there's a little obstacle in our way, and then we fall apart, we fall asleep, we forget that where we are, God is, that we can commune with the universal presence of love, that we are that. We forget. So longing sometimes will come as a reminder to, hello, I'm still here. What you're searching has already granted for you. You just have to open your heart to receive it and walk with that. So I know that longing will come. I urge you to really think about when it does next time, not to shut it away, not to shut it down or resist it or reject it. Embrace it. Embrace it. And ask the questions. Maybe tonight when you're sitting home, we think that we go in pursuit of what we think is going to satisfy our longing. But you know, things will not satisfy your longing. The things never do. Going all over the place doesn't satisfy our longing. Our longing is a deeper, much deeper message. The longing is for the soul's union with God. So today is a day to remember that longing will carry a gift for you. It is not a void. It's not a void to escape from, but actually a doorway to enter, an invitation. It's an ache that awakens a yearning that shapes us, grows us, allows us to be more that which we have come here to be. So that longing is wanting to take you deeper, find something greater. So when longing comes, I want you to hear my words. When longing comes with it, when it stirs within you, meet it, embrace it, ask it questions, meaningful questions. Where is this leading me to? What does it want to teach me? How is it calling for me to grow now? Embrace it. You're not lacking anything. You can't. How can you? You're a child of God. You cannot lack. This is just opening up to know more possibilities in your life. So will you say with me before I conclude this affirmation? I am willing to honor my longing as a spiritual gift. I trust that beneath my yearning lies spiritual wisdom. I welcome Spirit's guidance, knowing that it leads me into deeper clarity, connection, and wholeness. Knowing that it leads me into deeper clarity, connection, and wholeness. And so it is. Will you embrace longing when you feel it? Say yes to life. Say yes to the longing. It has much to show us. Namaste.
Love is vast, pure waters blue. Release me there and let me drown. If God is felt in silent wind, let only nature's walls surround. If love lives high in stars above, unlock my wings that I may soar. If God is found in buried sand, I'll dig my hands in every shore. All I've ever longed for love survives in those I've wronged, then grant me grace to make amends. If God has been there all along, then let me now my past befriend. If love is taste, touch, sight, and sound, let all my senses now receive. If God transcends all human doubt, forever will I trust. I believe all I've ever longed for, all I'll ever see, all I've ever longed for is love, is God. I will find you. You will find me. I will find you. You will find me. I will find you. You will find me. Sweet mystery. All I've ever longed for, all I'll ever see, all I've ever longed for is love. All I've ever longed for, all I'll ever see, all I'll ever long for is love, is God, is God, is love. All I've ever longed for is God. All I'll ever see is love. All I'll ever long for is God.
Isn't that the truth? Beneath every longing is the call of the soul to come home, to love. So at this time of the service is our time to give our tithes, our offering. Give from your heart. As you give from your heart with joy, you are abundantly blessed. Your tithes and offerings are greatly appreciated, and it helps us to do that work that we have been called here to do. So take those tithes and offerings in your hand and say the offertory blessing with me. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I'm open to receive. Thank you, Father, Mother, God. Would you say our affirmation of abundance with me? Unity of Roanoke Valley is abundantly blessed. Creative people are drawn to us. Divine ideas flow through us. Financial resources bless us. And we accomplish mighty works together. And that is true, so very true. So I have just a few announcements today for you. I want to remind you that anything I don't announce here, you can find out about it on the e-newsletter, on the website, on the information table, calling the office. There's so many ways, Facebook. But anyway, check those things out because I don't want you to miss anything. There's going to be a community gathering meeting right after the service at 12:30. So I want to encourage you to come to that meeting. Whether you're a member or not, just come and hear. Our board was able to meet and do some strategic planning, and we want to update you with some of the ideas that have come to us and some of the things that we have accomplished and sort of give you kind of a feel. And we want to hear from you. We want to hear from you also. You can tell us, what are you envisioning? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? So have a quick fellowship and then come right back, okay? As soon as you can. The other announcement is about body, mind, and spirit. Now, those of you that are in Unity Unity of Roanoke, know that this is a huge endeavor, and we need as many bodies as we can get to help us pull it together. So please volunteer. There's lots of little jobs we can do. Some of them don't require anything but sitting behind a little, desk and answering questions, or maybe just giving you a nice bright smile. So everybody's able to volunteer in one form or another. Sign up in the volunteer table that's in the fellowship hall, and then on Sunday of next week at 10 o'clock, there will be a training so that you will feel really comfortable about what you're doing and when you're doing and how you're doing and all that stuff. So show up, volunteer for that. Our board rep today is Joni Jones, and Joni will meet you in the lobby and answer any questions or comments or anything that you have. Joni's way back there already. And I want to say one last thing, please. Thank you, Rita, for the flowers that you bring so faithfully every single week. Oh, they're beautiful. The vase is beautiful, and they're filled with your loving energy. Thank you. All right, let's welcome the children. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Good morning. Please
Good
be
morning.
seated. Go ahead and be seated. Thank you so much. Today in YFM, our lesson tied beautifully with Reverend Luz's talk today because our topic was unity. Teamwork makes the dream work. We've got a couple of kids that are going to read some affirmations for us, and we're going to start right here with Katie.
I share my ideas, abilities, and my spirit to help build my community.
Okay, and then we've got Gavin. Come here, buddy. Okay, nice and loud.
God gives us the patience to work together, bringing us together as a family.
And Sam.
Together we are strong and powerful.
Ooh, yes.
Because spirituality is our superpower. We've got a couple quick announcements for YFM. Number one, our multi-gen service is coming up on June 29th. So if any of you want to share with the congregation about how you are a superhero, please come see me because we're going to have a really fun service. Also, right after our multi-gen service at the end of next month, we're going to be having our 23rd annual Soda Shop fundraiser.
Yay.
There is a sign-up sheet in the fellowship hall at the end of the table. So if you would like to contribute any of the snacks, we're talking about hot dogs, pasta salads, all that fun picnic food, there's a sign-up sheet, or please let me know. And then one last thing, I'm putting together our summer curriculum, which is our summer of exploration. So if you have a craft or a skill that you think would be engaging for our youth, please let me know and we'll get you in on a Sunday. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's say the prayer protection together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
May I walk all day long? May I walk through the seasons? May I walk? May I walk in peace? May I walk in peace on this path? May I walk through my life? May I walk in old age? May I walk? May I walk in peace? May I walk in peace? May I walk? 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 May I walk in peace? May I walk in peace? In joy, may I walk in love, may I walk in gratitude, may I walk in peace, may I walk in peace, in stillness, may I walk in forgiveness, may I walk in loving kindness, may I walk in peace, may I walk May you walk, always walk in peace.